Hi people, good morning and God bless you all and love you all people. And I miss each one of you. I mean, it's been maybe more than 3 months or 4 months so. And I would say stay safe and stay blessed and try to maintain as much as precautions as possible. And I'm glad that once again Safa is back into its operations. And a part of this, as we were probably going on with our subject, I mean for the first, second, third, and the fourth batch. So those completed subjects through Safa would be completed maybe possibly next 1 month or so. But these are some of the important subjects. So I would like to take an initiative probably explain to you all about this, that what exactly is this. So based on your curriculum, the Safa subject, as I said, so we would be probably practicing that again if possible in next 10 days or maybe next 15 days and so. And anyways, people, I miss you all, especially all the boys and the girls probably from all the 4 batches. And since Mr. Nishant and Swarup is also they're working hard probably in terms of placing all the students probably in some of the respective organizations. So I would appreciate and I would also make a kind of condolences probably in terms of making them more stronger probably to get you a good job and etc. Okay. So anyways people, welcome back. Stop. Okay. So now people, let's go with 7 C's of communication. The first over here is completeness. So when we are talking about communication, it says over here that are you complete to speak or not? So when I say are you complete in terms of speaking or not, that clearly indicates, that clearly gives us a message that is your communication probably up to the mark or not. That means your communication, the way you interact with the opposite person, are you using the appropriate word or not, based upon the time, based upon the situation, based upon the communication that you are probably enhancing with the opposite person. In complete communication over here, when you are speaking, this assembles, this also gives us a clear message that your communication must be complete while you are speaking to the opposite person. This means it's not about accent, it's not about the speed of your communication, it's not about the pronunciation that you pronounce or something. It's more about that is your sentence complete or not. So let me give you a example over here. For instance, there are 2 people speaking. So one says that I was present on Monday at New York Heights. So the next person may say that I was New York Heights. So there are 2 different kind of people over here who are probably speaking in 2 different terminologies. So one says I was at New York Heights. The other person says I was New York. So the person who says I was New York, that clearly indicates that even this person wants to say that even he was at New York Heights, but his communication is incomplete. The reason behind this is he is not framing the proper sentence while he is speaking. He is not trying to use the appropriate kind of words which are being supposed to express to the opposite person, in making the opposite person understand that how far is this person correct in his communication. After this, let's go to the next one. That's conciseness. So what is conciseness? Conciseness is about giving a clear information. When we talk about, say giving a clear information, it's more about is your communication, the way you speak, the way you interact with the opposite person, the way you show yourself, the way you progress yourself, is your communication clear or not? Any communication in any language, in any part of the world, in case if that communication or in case if that conversation is incomplete with either of the parties, that happens to be a clear indication that there is something wrong or there is something inadequate probably with 2 personalities or maybe with more than 2 or maybe with more than say 20 different kind of people. In order to be concise, in order to be more and more specific, in order to be more and more clear for your information, the best part over here is try to adjourn, try to make the opposite person clear by giving a statement that what exactly is your ideology, what exactly you think about the opposite person, or what exactly is your composition probably on a particular subject. Once this has been done, so there can be different kind of variables probably wherein the opposite person also can understand that yes, this person's intention is not to hurt someone, whereas this person's intention is in terms of explaining to the opposite person that what he or she probably thinks in terms of the opposite person's seismography. So clear information on a particular subject or on a particular communication and etc. happens to be very mandatory. Until and unless you do not have a clear communication, until and unless you are not clear with the opposite person, there can be a miscommunication with both the parties. So the best part over here is try to be more and more clear, try to be more and more specific, try to be more and more general if possible with the opposite person when you are trying to speak out. According to one survey which was done somewhere in 2014 or 2015, somewhere in London, if I'm not wrong, the study says that maximum number of businesses, maximum number of relationships and etc. are a breakthrough with one particular word, that is a clear information. That means that the information being passed on from Mr. A to Mr. B is not clear. And this is the result why there is a lot of misconception, there is a lot of miscommunication, there is a lot of misunderstanding between both the parties. No matter, at last you need to use your MTI, that means mother tongue influence. So when you're trying to speak in your own mother tongue, so make sure that even in your mother tongue you try to be clear on what you're trying to explain to the opposite person. Clear information happens to be a kind of information which is more and more useful at three different places. Number one happens to be business. Number two happens to be a relationship. And number three happens to be job. So when we are talking about say business, relationship and job, so these are the three places where communication needs to be transparent. In case if at these three places communication is not transparent, there can be a lot of hurdles, there can be a lot of obstacles and etc. between both the parties. So the best part over here is that first is when you are into business, try to be more and more specific, try to be more and more clear, try to be more and more audible, try to be more and more persuaded kind of a person who is trying to explain to the opposite person that what exactly is your business and why are you here. The next is relationship. So relationship can be between a say wife and a husband, it can be between a brother and a sister, it can be a relationship of parents, it can be a relationship of guardians, or maybe someone else. So even at this gesture of business, you need to be more and more specific in terms of asking to the opposite person that what exactly you think of the opposite person and what exactly the opposite person thinks about you. The third is job. So when we are talking about job, so job is more and more specific. Job is more about that how readily, how persuaded or how exciting or how committed you are towards your job happens to be more and more important. So when we talk about say a kind of a job and etc., it's more about that is your job a kind of a job wherein you are transferred to the customers. For instance, you are into sales, you are into telecalling, you are into a BPO, you are into an XYZ kind of. Now when we are talking about job, so job is more about that what exactly is your job, and are you specific, are you progressive, are you a kind of a person who loves your job or not is more important. So when we are talking about job, so even in job, your information must be clear. That may be with the customers, that may be with your client, that may be with XYZ kind of a person, that may be with your partners, your business entrepreneurs, or maybe someone else. So here what we understand in clear information, in concise, we understand three stages of the clear information that happens to be business, relationship, and then job. So these three happens to be mandatory. First happens to be job, second happens to be relationship, and third happens to be businesses. So at these three, crossroads, you're supposed to, maintain an appropriate, you're supposed to, maintain an exaggerated kind of, communication if possible with the opposite person, wherein things are transparent and, there are no, kind of, misunderstandings probably between, both the parties. Now, let's go to the next one that happens to be number 3, consideration. So, consideration stands over here. Do you consider others' conversation? Alright. So, when we talk about, do you consider others, conversation, this happens to be that it's more about people have, a kind of an, intention. People, might be having a kind of an, inclination, probably in terms of, not listening to the opposite person. That means, XYZ, kind of a person, maybe, might be not interested probably, in considering others' conversation or in considering, others, communication. So here it tries to say that try to, consider the opposite person if possible as much as you can. The much you consider the opposite person, the much, you understand the opposite person, the much you try to, facilitate probably about you. And at the same time, you try to, make yourself more and more convenient. You try to, make yourself more and more an adherent from person in terms of, explaining that why do you consider the opposite person's, communication. The reason behind this is, in conversation, the opposite person's, consideration happens to be more and more important. So this is more about while you are speaking to the opposite person, give an opportunity to the opposite person to speak out as much as he and she can. This means what we understand over here is try to be a good listener if possible before you try to speak out to the opposite person. So the best part over here is try to give an initiative, try to give a predominance, try to give a free line if possible to the opposite person that yes, I am trying to listen to you. That means here what we understand is that yes, you also consider the opposite person's conversation. Besides, you are trying to speak to the opposite person. That means ironically, it happens to be a two-way communication with both the parties. Mr. A speaks out, and then it's Mr. B who speaks out, and Mr. A tries to listen to Mr. B, and first is Mr. B tries to listen to Mr. A. So what we understand over here is consideration is about do you consider others' conversation? So your indication, your answer must be yes. That means I consider the opposite person's conversation. The reason behind this is that until and unless you do not listen to the opposite person, you do not get a clarification, or you do not converse, or you do not make a conversation with the opposite person, you can't be able to understand the opposite person. You do not know that what exactly does the opposite person have in his or her mind. So the best over here is number 3, what we understand, consider. So that means are you trying to consider it? Are you trying to consider the opposite person when the opposite person is speaking or not? Number 4 happens to be concreteness. So concreteness is more about are you specific? Are you being transparent? Are you being loyal to the opposite person or not? So when we talk about being specific, when we talk about being transparent, when we talk about being loyal, so here what we understand that you are specific to the opposite person on a particular conversation, on a particular subject. That means you're trying not to distract the person. That means you're trying not to break the person. That means you're trying not to make the person say, for instance, the opposite person is speaking to you and you're not specific with the opposite person. That means you're trying to escape the conversation, maybe to some reasons. Clear? For instance, let me give you an example over here. There are 2 people speaking out. Mr. A access to Mr. B that भाई मेरे पैसे क्या हुए, आप मेरे पैसे देना है 5,000 रुपए, मेरे पैसे क्या हुए. So Mr. B tries to say over here that I heard that there was someone who is calling you for a say movie shooting or a serial shooting, or it's more about trying to jog the person. It's more about trying to make the person happy by something, by giving an excuse, by giving a statement that yes, I'm trying to distract the person's concentration from the kind of subject to something else. That means you're trying to distract the person's mindset, making from one area to the other. So mostly this happens. So mostly people say, "अरे भाई, मेरा दिमाग मत भड़काओ भाई, आप मेरे साथ गेमा मत खेलो." So mostly, people use these kind of words. So what we understand over here, concreteness is about try to, be specific, try to, be transparent, try to, be loyal to the opposite person while you're interacting with the opposite person. Rather than you say to the opposite person that no, I am, a kind of a person who is more and more specific to something that I have in my mind. Rather than the opposite person is asking you something else and you are answering the person something else. Alright, so in other words, I would say in Urdu, Isa bole Musa sune. So try not to, do that kind of a, conversation. So the best over here is in concreteness, try to, be specific, try to, be a loyal kind of a person, try to be a, generic kind of a person while speaking to the opposite person. Make sure that your, conversation, make sure that your, communication is being passed on to the opposite person wherein things are quite clear rather than you try to, distract, rather than, you try to, brainwash, or in other words, I would say, try to, remove the mindset of the person from one subject to the other person, to the other subject. This is mostly been done by people who try to, make an excuse. This is mostly been done by people who are trying to find out ways. This is mostly been done by people who are trying to, find out something, irrespective of, say, race, gender, age, nationality, or that can be anything. So the best over here is when you're talking about this, here the person, in concreteness, the person over here tries to, distract your, conversation by giving you a different kind of statement. You ask the person something else, and the person, tries to reply you in a different kind of way. So this is a clear intention. This is a clear excuse to us that yes, the person doesn't have an appropriate answer. The person doesn't have a specific answer, and this is the reason why the person is trying to, move, or the person is, trying to change your mindset from one subject to the other subject. So it tries to say over here, try not to, do the concreteness. Rather than, try to, be more and more specific. In concreteness, it tries to say over here, try to be loyal, try to be transparent, try to be, specific to your words that you speak out. Next is clarity. So, in clarity, what we understand over here, is your speech being clear or not? That means over here, what it tries to say is that is your speech clear or not? That means whatever you speak out. Alright. So, are you, say clear with your communication or not is more important. That means, is the person, happy? Is the person, say, up to the mark? Is the person, generic? Is the person, prosper throughout your communication or not is more important. That means your conversation must be having a clarity whatever you speak out. In case if there is no clarity in your communication, it's highly possible that you can, probably make your speech or make your conversation, clear, or make your conversation, understandable to the opposite person. So the best over here is try to, keep a clarity if possible in your communication as much as you can. Next is courtesy. Courtesy is about try to, be, polite, try to, be humble. So when we talk about courtesy, it's more about that how much humble you are, how much polite you are. So here we talk about try not to, be rude, try not to, be unspecific, try not to, be in a mood of, angerness or, maybe something else. So the best part over here is it tries to say that try to, be polite of what you're, trying to, speak to the person. No matter, mostly, this courtesy is being used for people who are into sales, people who are into customer service, or people, who are working at, say big malls or, shopping malls and etc. etc. So here, these kind of people, the people into customer service or, the executive into sales and etc. are the ones who face a lot of, say, kind of a burden or a kind of a torture probably from the customers, a kind of say hurdle and etc. When customers keep on asking the same kind of a question to an executive non-stop, maybe 10 times or maybe 100 times. So here it tries to say that try to be more and more humble, try to be more and more passionate, try to be more and more obedient, rather than you lose your temper and etc. So the best part over here is try to be more and more polite, try to be more and more humble, try to be more and more specific and etc. while you try to speak. So in courtesy, what we understand over here, your communication needs to be more and more of love. It needs to be more and more of loyalty. It needs to be more and more of say clear. It's about that yes, you are specific probably with the opposite person. It's more about that yes, you're trying to be polite in whatever you do. You're trying to be humble to the person. You're a lovely kind of a person. This means that when you are into say business, or when you are into a customer kind of a service business and etc., it's trying to say over here is try to be more and more polite, try to be more and more enthusiastic, try to be a kind of entrepreneur wherein people must come and ask you again and again. That means try to make yourself reach to that level where people come and ask you again and again that what exactly is this, and we would like to speak out, or we would like to ask the same kind of a question to one specific kind of a say sales guy or a sales girl or something. Now the last one over here is now people will come to the last subject, that's correctness. So correctness is about are you correct or wrong in your communication. That means it tries to say over here, it tries to tell us over here that while you are interacting with the opposite person and etc. So in case if you are wrong, and in case you are trying to say that I would say in other words it's more about putting down your apologies, or it's more about saying sorry to the opposite person in case if you have been mistaken, or in case if you have been into a kind of a subject where you feel that what you did was something wrong and etc. So the best over here is try to correct for what you have said to the opposite person, because as I said you earlier also, a part of 1,000 arrows, it's one word which kills the person. A part of 1,000 arrows, it's only one word which kills the opposite person. So the best part over here is that while you're speaking to the opposite person in terms of correctness and etc., try to make it more and more clear to the opposite person that yes, you're sorry for what happened. You are you must also say that it's my apologies for what happened and etc. Rather than you keep on continuing the same kind of things over and over. You try to do the same kind of a mistake over and over and etc. It's not accepted. So the best part over here is try to correct for what you have done. That means a kind of a mistake and etc. for what you have done. Try to be more specific. Try to say to the person, I'm sorry for what happened. Or say to the opposite person, my apologies for what happened. Rather than you try to live into your own world, as I said you in Arabic, ana. So that means I, me, myself. Try not to live in the world of say I, me, myself. Rather than try to say to the opposite person that yes, what happened, I'm really sorry for it, my sincere apologies and etc. Because it's obviously the humans who commit mistakes rather than someone else. So the best over here is in correctness while you're speaking to the opposite person and etc. in communication. In case if you have said something where you feel that you mustn't have said this, or you shouldn't have said this. So the best part over here is go to the person and say I'm sorry for what I said to you. Rather than the opposite person and you keeping a kind of misconception, keeping a kind of miscommunication probably and etc. will lead to further consequences between both the parties. This can spoil a relationship. As I said you, that can also spoil a job, that can also spoil a business. So the best part over here is that in case if there is something that you have spoken and later on you realize that yes, this is not what I'm supposed to speak out, or this is what I'm supposed to say to an XYZ kind of a person and etc. The instant and the immediate in effect kind of situation over here is try to go and say to the opposite person I'm sorry for what happened, or try to say to the person that yes, I'm my sincere apologies for what happened. Clear? Now people, as I said you, these were the 7 C's of communication. Now, since it's the day one, and God bless you all, and I love you all once again. I miss each one of you, and a part of this, you have any kind of questions, you have any kind of queries or something on all these 7 C's of communication, you can directly inbox me. I mean, you can send me a say private message or maybe a formal message in the group, wherein I'll try to explain you as much as I can, maybe through an audio or maybe through say chat. And tomorrow we are going to have another subject. Likewise, we will be having some more sessions and etc. And I'm here with you all, and try not to assume or try not to feel that yes, I mean Kazim sir may or may not do it, but as I said, I'm very down to earth. I'm here trying to help you out as much as I can. All right. So, anyways, people, take care. God bless you and love you all. Bye.